Here next to me.
Okay.
Let's Coach Kinsey and
No, I'm
Michaela
next to
take their
Kinsey.
seats. We'll go ahead and start with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll take questions for Coach and the student athletes. So, Coach, when you're ready, we'll start with an opening statement.
It's a great regional, really tough teams. I think we're the most improved team in the country since the start of the season, and we're just proud to represent the Big Ten. And it was a heck of a conference this year, and so we're really want to do a great job representing the Big Ten.
Thank you, Coach. Go ahead and take questions for Coach or student athletes.
Coach, can you tell us a little bit more about the arc of your season, about where you started and where you are now, and the progress along the way?
Well, I had to hire a new coach in Jalen Reyes, so that was an adjustment. We had 8 new players, so 8 of our 15 players are brand new to Nebraska volleyball. And so there was just a big learning curve with how we do things in Nebraska volleyball, how we train, our drills, how we, our traditions and so on. And so I knew it would be a work in progress. And then going through the Big Ten, you have no choice but to get better because the competition just brings out the best in you. And that's kind of what we talked about, even though we lost some matches there when we were playing 4 top 10 teams, I think, in a row in 10 days. So that was tough, but we really grew from that. And I think the other thing that is really noteworthy is Michaela and Kenzie, as captains, senior captains, have had a bigger responsibility than any captains we've ever had at Nebraska, in that we had so many new people. So they did an amazing job of holding this whole thing together and keeping everybody moving. And one of the things they came up with is we over me, is it's about Nebraska volleyball, and we got to get everybody bought in, and they did a fantastic job.
John, do you still feel like your top level that you played out this season is similar to 2017 or 2015?
In some areas, it's better. We're the #1 defensive team in the country. We led the conference in blocking. We led the conference in lowest attack efficiency. I mean, I think Minnesota's did the best against us hitting-wise, but we held a lot of teams under 200, and so that area, I think, serving-wise, we're just as where we need to be. And the biggest thing is can we side out consistently? And that, again, is the work in progress with a freshman setter. But she's gotten better over the course of the year, and I think she loves these big matches. I'm talking about Nicklin Hames, sorry.
For both seniors, you get a feel of.
He thinks he's so funny.
Sorry, there's an inside joke there. Go.
Any more of a sense of urgency that any day, any time, this will all be wrapped up. Feeling any of that yet? Or even thought about it?
I think we've definitely both thought about it, but I think right now we're just more focused on the games ahead of us and the last 4 games that we need to finish, so that we can end our careers here on a high note, and then also just winning the championship for the younger players, because then they're going to realize what it means to win a championship at Nebraska, and they'll be able to carry on that legacy and keep passing it down as newcomers come in.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, just kind of echoing what Kinsey says. I think that when the tournament hits, there's always a sense of urgency that maybe wasn't there during the middle of the season. And so I think that obviously you want to take it point for point and game by game, and that's what we're trying to do.
Kenzie, how does playing in the Big Ten prepare a team for the NCAA tournament, since you are facing these highly ranked teams week after week after week?
Yeah, the Big Ten's tough. It's brutal. It's a long season. There's a lot of talent, obviously, and the season can feel really long just because of how hard we have to play every weekend and on Wednesdays. But I think it prepares us really well because, when we come into the tournament, we're not surprised by playing big teams because we've been doing it for the whole season. So it's in our advantage to play in the Big Ten once we get to tournament time.
Michaela, have you ever got the feeling that this team has played as well as previous teams that you've been on in Nebraska?
Yeah, definitely. I think that we've had some shining moments, and we're still working towards playing our best volleyball. We're definitely not there yet. And so I think that is a huge thing for us, is that we haven't peaked at all, and that there's still a lot of potential for us to grow.
Kinsey, what approach do you have to have when in a match like this where you know that serving could be a critical part of it? What mentality do you have to have as servers?
I think it just all starts with confidence, really. You can't be afraid to miss, and you got to just go for it like you would in any other match and not think about the stage that you're in. Who cares? Like, if it's NCAA, you just got to be confident, go back there, and want the ball to go in, want to get the ace.
Is it nice playing on a floor you're a little more familiar with? Been here a few times over your career. Does that make any difference? You know what kind of an atmosphere probably to expect?
Yeah, definitely. I think that going in and having played here already once this season is a big difference, especially for the younger players. It's not quite a shock then, and so I think that we'll be ready to play tomorrow.
Coach, I saw Karch was at practice today. He's spoken so highly of you. What did it mean to have him watching practice today?
I just, Paul Sunderland and his partners are right here as well. I just think, Paul was telling me they had a choice of what regional to go to, and they picked this regional because they think it's going to be the best regional. So that's a compliment there. He has big ties with our program, with Kelsey and Jordan and Kayla, and Kelly Hunter this past summer, Katie Rolfson. So it's just there's a great connection there. We're good friends. That was one of the inside jokes. He, trying to get Nicklin Hames' name right. So we're able to kid like that. But I just think it's a great testament to really this regional and the four teams that are here that Paul and Karch are here.
For all three of you, thoughts on playing Kentucky and being so deep into the tournament again? Maybe differences or what you picked up, last year to this year. Is there much you can carry over from that?
I just think Kentucky is a really high energy team, and I know last year they came out with a lot of energy and a lot of hype, but I think it brought out the best in us because we play well under pressure and we play well when it's a big stage. So hopefully that will happen again this year. We come out with a positive mindset and just a lot of energy, and like Coach and Michaela said before, just keep improving with every game.
Coach, your thoughts on
We have a lot of respect for Kentucky. Craig's done an amazing job there building that program, the SEC champs. So Lee Edmonds, a great player, and they're a very low air team. They've done a great job on that, and it's going to be, I think, a great offensive team going against a great defensive team. It'll be interesting to watch that.
Kenzie, how has your relationship with Michaela evolved over the years?
It's evolved a lot. I think, we were obviously friends when we came in, but not super close. And I think just going through these past 4 years with her has just brought us super close, especially being captains with her this year. We've had to make a lot of tough decisions together and work with coaches and try to build this program and build the team this year. But I don't know, I just would consider her one of my best friends now, especially looking back from the beginning of the year.
Kinsey, what was it like to be able to go to the basketball game last night?
Oh, it was cool. It's always good to get out and support other teams, and we had really good seats. I don't know how you got those, but it was pretty good. It was pretty cool to watch. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but
We left before they started losing,
Yeah.
so
Have you ever been able to do that where you've been in a different city at the same time as another Nebraska team?
I don't think we've ever gone to watch another team. I know soccer came to see us play at Illinois a couple years ago, but I think that's the only time.
Brent will answer that. 2000 Notre Dame football, volleyball. And they actually started the volleyball match during the football game because they would have had 10,000 Nebraska fans in that volleyball match. And it's ironic you asked that because I just got an email from Oklahoma. They want to schedule with the Oklahoma football in 2020 and 2021, I think. So I'm going to look hard at that because I think it's pretty cool.
Do we have any more questions?
Coach, the leadership that you see from Kenzie and Michaela, I know you've talked about it all season, but as the stakes get higher, have you seen them change at all with their approach to the rest of the team?
No, they've been like this for 4 years, and they bring it every day. They're super focused, super hardworking. They have very high expectations, and No, this is the way these guys roll. That's why they've been so successful.
Just one lastly, if I could, for any of you, everybody, all teams, especially at this stage, talk about culture, but it seems to be in the lifeblood of Nebraska volleyball. Last year you had a theme, this year you have we, me. But how does it manifest itself in a competition like this? How does it play out on the court to help you win?
I think for anything to work, you have to talk about it a lot. And I think that we work on relationship building in the summer a ton and getting to know each other and our personalities. And I think that in the big matches, this is when all that hard work that we paid off in the summer is starting to pay off for us now. And so hopefully we'll see that tomorrow.
And do you see your culture as being superior to your competition? And that gives you an advantage?
I think our connections with one another is something that not all teams have. And I think that by the time this part of the season rolls around, some teams are not necessarily getting along. And I think that that's one of the things that we have going for us is that we are such good friends and we understand each other so well that we don't have that problem.
Yeah, I've been saying it all season, but this is my favorite team I've ever played on. I just love the girls, and every relationship I have with each one of them is so genuine, and nothing has been forced since the beginning of the season. So I've just been really honored to play with all of them.
Do we have any more? Okay.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks.